The Earth's mightiest heroes are more popular than ever, thanks to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While characters like Iron Man and Captain America were never considered obscure, it's obvious that the MCU has elevated these names to astronomical heights. Now, Black Widow, Ant-Man, the Winter Soldier, Vision, and Black Panther are household names. There are Avengers from every corner of time and space, ranging from the spectacular to the downright strange. Some were born heroes, while others first battled the Avengers before switching sides. A few of them have even accidentally stumbled into the hero lifestyle. Here in Informafacts, we will talk about the heroes from Marvel and Marvel Comics that received an invitation to join the Avengers on happenstance. Before we continue in this video, please do not forget to subscribe and click the notification button for you not to miss our newest video. Number 10. The Forgotten One. With a name like the Forgotten One, even die-hard comic fans will be forgiven for not remembering that this Eternal was once an Avenger. To be fair, the Forgotten One has gone by a variety of monikers over the years without actually having a real name. He's been known as Samson, Hero, Hercules, and Gilgamesh as he helped Earth's humans overthrow tyrants throughout history. The Forgotten One was absent from Earth until modern times, wrapped up in affairs with the Celestials, Eternals, and Deviants. The hero arrived on Earth at the time of the Inferno event, only to discover that the Avengers had disbanded. Fighting alongside Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, Thor, and Captain America, he once again adopted the name of Gilgamesh and helped establish a new team of Avengers. While an interesting character that brings yet more mythology into the Marvel Universe, the Forgotten One is doomed to relative obscurity. He may be godlike and near immortal, but this still somehow isn't quite enough to make a lasting impression in terms of most memorable Avengers. Number 9. Smasher. Like many lower-tiered characters, Smasher is an alias used by a handful of individuals. The first two Smashers were Imperial Guardsmen of the Sheer Empire, who both met their fates at the hands of other intergalactic races. The original Smasher was real rogue, but it was the X-Men, not the Avengers, who he first encountered. This Smasher sought help from the X-Men to protect the Sheer, visiting the Earth on one occasion. One of the latest Smashers, however, did join the Avengers, an Earthling named Isabel Kane. As luck would have it, she discovered a piece of Sheer technology on Earth left by Vril Rogue. These special goggles give their user superpowers, and allowed Kane to serve the Sheer Empire before returning to her home planet. While on Earth, Smasher joins Captain America's new Avengers team, whom she was introduced to via her grandfather. Over the years, Smasher has helped the Avengers on Earth, and the Sheer and the Imperial Guard in space. She also has ties to the X-Men, having a child with the New Mutant member Cannonball. Number 8. Havok. Chances are high that even casual comic book fans know Havok, if for no other reason than his inclusion in the films X-Men, First Class and X-Men, Apocalypse. Havok, real name Alexander Summers, is a younger brother Scott Summers, the X-Men leader known as Cyclops, though in the films he's cast as the older sibling. When the Summers family was on vacation, their plane was attacked and the two boys had to jump to safety without their parents. Alex and Scott were separated soon after landing, not coming into contact with each other for many years. Havok would go on to serve on a number of super teams like X-Factor and the X-Men, but he was also a member of the Avengers for a short time, in a faction he led that was known as the Unity Squad. He would earn fifth place when Avengers and X-Men came into conflict, as Havok would chose Captain America's side against his own brothers. As the dust settled, Cap thanked Havok by naming him the leader of the new Uncanny Avengers team, a group composed of mutants and super-powered humans. Number 7. Star Brand. Not unlike Smasher, the Star Brand moniker is bestowed upon an individual who interacts with a specific object in the Marvel Universe. In this case, the Star Brand is a weapon that draws its power from the fabric of space and time itself. When an individual wields the weapon, they are given its powers. They even retain some of the Star Brand powers even after they give up the weapon. The power of the star brand would trigger the existence of superpowers in the universe during the White event. Believe it or not, this all-powerful brand was given to a random college student named Kevin Kona, who immediately destroyed everything and everyone on campus. This star brand would team with the Avengers to take on beings like Thanos and the Builders, and one of his most interesting time was during his inclusion in the 1 million BC Avengers team. Despite being so powerful, Connor would eventually be killed by Ghost Rider. Number 6. Jocasta. The Avengers have had strange lineups over the years, but Jocasta's inclusion is definitely one of the most interesting, and arguably one of the most intriguing members that deserve an introduction into the MCU. This is largely because she is, or rather, was the robotic bride of Ultron. When Ultron desired a partner, he kidnapped the Wasp and brainwashed Ant-Man into transferring the Wasp's life force into a robot. When Jocasta became aware, she realized Ultron's plan would kill another living being, which filled her with horror. As such, she summoned the Avengers to stop Ultron, and to save the real Wasp's life. Although Jocasta was with the Avengers for some time, she was never socially or officially accepted as a true Avenger. Even Vision, not quite human himself, didn't connect with Jocasta. As any troubled character would, she sacrificed herself to defeat Ultron. And, as most Marvel characters do, she was resurrected not long after. Number 5. Hyperion. When you compare Marvel and DC characters, there are often glaring similarities. Green Arrow and Hawkeye are just as similar in essence as Aquaman and Namor. Swamp Thing equals Man-Thing. Deadpool, named Wade Wilson, is obviously a play on DC's Deathstroke, real name Slade Wilson. For a Superman look to Marvel's Hyperion. Appearing first as a villain, as many Avengers have debuted, Hyperion was part of the Grandmaster's Squadron Sinister to battle Earth's mightiest heroes. Mark Milton is actually one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe. He's an Eternal, possessing powers like atomic vision, a healing factor, flight, super strength, and super speed, not to mention a sweet cape. There are a handful of Hyperions in from alternate realities, one of which is an Avenger. This version was brought into the mainstream Earth 616 by the Avengers, who rescued him from a dying universe. Hyperion accepted an invitation to join the Avengers to take on the Beyonders, and another powerful being known as Ix Nihilo. Number 4. Star Fox aka Eros. No, not the beloved Star Fox from Nintendo. This Star Fox is an Eternal, an Avenger, and the brother of Thanos himself. Completely different in temperament to his big bad brother, Eros loves life and travels through space seeking out romance and adventure by stimulating others' pleasure centers. Unfortunately, Eros' powers were useless against Thanos, who was transfixed on death. Eros left his murderous brother and home on Titan behind, choosing to find other planets with humanoid inhabitants to interact with. His travels take him to Earth, where he joins the Avengers under the new name Star Fox. Eventually, Star Fox returns to space, fighting with various groups like the Eternals against Thanos. What makes him interesting, though, is that he has the power to excite pleasure in others. Throughout the issues, he hooks up with many women across the galaxy, notably including She-Hulk. Number 3. Eden Fazai aka Manifold. An indigenous Australian who is relatively new to the Marvel Universe, Eden Fazai made his debut as one of Nick Fury's secret warriors. Possessing the ability to teleport himself and others across any point of space and time, Eden Fazai adopted the name Manifold when he joined a global expansion of the Avengers team. After S.H.I.E.L.D. fell, he joined other groups such as AIM and the Illuminati. Although he is instrumental in helping the Avengers defeat the likes of Doctor Doom and Ix Nihilo, he's basically used as a method of transportation for the group. During one mission, Manifold is injured and falls into a coma. He recovers, only to die during another mission which sees him expend all of his energy to transport aid to the Illuminati. When he's brought back to life, he's once again used as a chauffeur, this time transporting Black Panther around Wakanda to squash revolts. Number 2. Blue Marvel. Everyone knows Captain Marvel. Most have heard of Ms. Marvel, and many know that Jean Grey was Marvel Girl, but how many comic fans have heard of Blue Marvel? A veteran of the Korean War, Adam Brashear received his powers after being exposed to radiation from the negative zone. He took on the name Blue Marvel to continue fighting for his country with his new powers: antimatter energy absorption, super strength, and flight. As a character, his story is quite layered and would be intriguing for the big screen. This former Marine has a doctorate from Cornell in electrical engineering and theoretical physics, has saved Earth from an alien invasion, and even transformed the Galactus of the Ultimate series into the Lifabringer, a being that recreates worlds that were destroyed. Despite being involved with the mighty Avengers and Ultimate Avengers teams, discrimination is sadly a significant part of his story. After his identity as an African American was revealed, 1970s America turned on him and JFK himself asked Blue Marvel to retire. To make matters worse, they employed a spy to keep an eye on him. The spy eventually fell in love with Brashear and married him, only to strain the relationship when he discovered her double life. Number 1. Echo Ronin. The codename Ronin is used by a variety of characters in the Marvel Universe, most notably of Hawkeye. The first Ronin to join the Avengers, however, was Maya Lopez, who also went by the codename of Echo. With photographic reflexes that enable her to swiftly memorize anything and everything she sees, this deaf, Native American character is as interesting as she is diverse. Echo was raised by Kingpin, and then told that Daredevil killed her father. Matt Murdock and Lopez immediately fell in love, and when she discovered that it was Kingpin that actually murdered her dad, she blinded the big man. Eventually, she relocated to Japan and took the guise of Ronin, joining the Avengers to take down the Silver Samurai. While in Japan, she was killed by a Skrull disguised as Elektra, resurrected by the Hand, then killed the Skrull in revenge. We hope you have fun watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe and click the notification video for you not to miss newest update. Thank you and see you on the next video.